Sometimes we get a question asking, what do you mean by tightening a gas cylinder in our listings? Well, if you've gotten this far, if you're interested in this, you probably already know that when you fire the gun, gas comes through a hole and drives the op rod in that direction to operate the gun. What can happen with an older barrel is the splines are a little bit oversized and the gas cylinder isn't very tight. This is not an extreme example, but it slides pretty easily. It also rotates just a little bit. This one's not all that bad. Of course, side-to-side rotation will affect your sight alignment and can be an accuracy issue, although this one isn't all that bad. Another thing that can happen is this rear ring is a little bigger than the barrel, and if the gas cylinder is loose, that kind of floats around and is going to move each time you fire it. Might be in a different position, could also affect accuracy. I made a few drawings. Here is the gas cylinder. The black thing there is the gas port. That's what it actually looks like. I've ignored all this and this. And so this has these things. I'm not sure what the what the term is for that. I believe the term for this is the barrel. This is a spline. The barrel actually looks like that. To tighten the barrel, you can hammer the metal just a little bit here, move some of the metal inward, and tighten up the fit between this and the spline. Here is the barrel and gas cylinder ideally together. They would ideally fit perfectly. Of course, that is not really the case. The barrel is actually a little bit small, and even with this exactly in the center, little gap here, a little gas port leak. This one has that. This is actually a 41 barrel. There's the gas port. These never seem to fit as tight as the later barrels with the chrome-plated pads, the pad being this rectangular area. This one's fairly loose. It is a 41, and it's a used gun. It's a good barrel, good bore, but possibly a little wear on that pad. So this gas port leak is a little bit worse. I'll go ahead and tighten this top spline by moving a little barrel inward on both of these corners. First, happen to have a piece of lead, which I think is kind of ideal, but you can figure out something. I just use a small hammer and a flat face punch for this. A lot of ways to do it, but a small hammer and hit it a lot of times lightly is how I like to do it. That was the side toward the camera. And if you hold the punch vertical, I could hardly tell anything's been done there. I should feel this start to tighten up. Definitely tighter, and definitely not going to wobble anymore. So, there are two other splines, and you might think, well, I'll just go ahead and do the same thing on these other two splines, that being the gap in the barrel. But I don't really want to do that. I can improve another problem here. I want to move the barrel down in this gas cylinder or move the gas cylinder up, whichever way you'd care to think about it. To do that, I'm going to tap on this corner and this corner only. And that will move the gas cylinder up just a little bit, or at least that's my intent, and tighten up this gas port leak just a little bit. It won't make it perfect, but it may improve it. So, same piece of lead. that'll be driven on with a hammer and a piece of wood afterwards. So I'll put a little piece of wood like this under the receiver to tilt it up so I have a good angle at this thing. Here's the right-hand spline, there's the gas port right there. So I'm only going to tap this corner. Rotate that, put the wood block onto the other side. Gas port is over here, so I'm going to only tap on this corner. It was too tight to slide on there by hand already, but now I ought to have accomplished this a little bit. All that's left is to slide the handguard back on. And I'll tap on this with a large hammer, probably the same piece of wood, till it's in the right place. Tighten everything up. Won't have any more side-to-side rotation. And this ring, it may be touching the barrel. It's not guaranteed to be perfectly centered, but everything's going to be tight, not flopping around anymore. That's how I do it. I don't know if it's the right way according to everybody's books. That's how I do it.